Hello, and thank you so much for joining me today on the Community Ledger. Again, my name is Andrea Banu, and today I want to delve in all the hot topics with regards to what's happening in Washington, D.C. As you know, Elon Musk and Trump have been kicking up dust. They're doing these audits of the government, and the Democrats, the liberals, everybody is raging mad. And Social Security is next on the chopping block, okay? They've gone into Social Security and revealed a whole lot of inconsistencies, and so we're going to delve into that today. So go ahead and sit back and enjoy the show. Yes, hello again, and thank you for joining me on the Community Ledger this evening. So we're going to go ahead and jump right in so we can see exactly what is happening with Social Security. It does look like we've had some people resign in opposition of all of these audits. And so, again, let's just go ahead and dive in.
Efficiency is trying to gain access to Social Security information after White House senior advisor Elon Musk has claimed fraud. The Department of Government Efficiency wants to burrow into the Social Security Administration as the group's stated mission of rooting out waste, fraud, and abuse continues.
There's no way to know until DOGE gains full access exactly how much money we're talking about. But over a 10-year normal budget window, you could be talking about saving over $1 trillion by clamping down on massive fraud in our tax and entitlement systems, including, again, those carried out by organized fraud and theft rings.
Multiple reports indicate a clash with DOGE led to Acting Commissioner Michelle King's exit from the Social Security Administration over the weekend. Elon Musk's group has sought access to sensitive information within the SSA, as it has with other agencies like the IRS and the Treasury. Musk has also repeatedly claimed massive fraud within Social Security benefits, posting a database chart with age ranges from 0 to 369. He added there are far more eligible Social Security numbers than there are citizens in the USA. This might be the biggest fraud in history. Except previous audits of the SSA, like this one from 2023, have already identified almost 19 million people over the age of 100 not being marked deceased, but still having an active Social Security number. But that almost none of them receive Social Security benefits. Demonstrations were held nationwide on President's Day, protesting Musk and DOGE's cuts across government. Democrats are limited in pushback to demonstrations and court cases.
This is extremely concerning. What will they do with that information? It is the biggest data breach ever.
DOGE's website claims it saved the American taxpayer $55 billion through things like dismantling agencies and canceling contracts. But it's unclear right now what that $55 billion will go to instead. Reporting in Washington, I'm Matt Gelka.
Yes, so you see that the Democrats are incredibly upset and frustrated about this new audit with Social Security. And I do find it very interesting that the head of Social Security resigned. So my sentiment is, what are you resigning for if nothing frivolous or fraudulent is going about? As you see in that last clip, they say, a few years ago, they did some sort of audit that was similar. And they found that although there were a lot of people on that list in terms of Social Security numbers or should be or still alive or whatever the scenario was, a lot of people on that list to receive Social Security benefits, they weren't actually sent checks. So to me, okay, that says you're on it. So why are you so afraid of Trump and Elon Musk going in there? And why do you immediately resign if there's nothing to hide? That's very suspicious to me. But I'm going to go ahead and jump in and see what Fox had to say about it.
All right, let's bring in Missouri Congressman and member of the subcommittee on delivering on government efficiency, DOGE, Eric Burleson. Congressman, good morning to you. So what's your reaction to that? People with Social Security numbers that are way older than you've ever heard be able to live in this country. So what do you think?
It tells us how poor this system is and how inefficient the federal bureaucracy has become. It also lets us in on how structurally we have created an environment that is ripe for fraud. And so while I'm not certain, and we'll need to investigate all of these individuals, the millions of people that are over a certain reasonable age, and determine if they truly are individuals and if it truly is a fraud incident. While we still need to do that investigation, it's clear that there are not systems in place that are obvious checks on things like this.
So there's also this. Fox News has learned that the DOGE audit on the IRS is imminent, despite backlash from Democrats. Of course, a ruling on the effort to block Musk's DOGE from accessing data and being able to fire employees is expected today. So what do you think is going to happen there?
I think at the end of the day, the American people, I think, trust the fact that we have an individual, one of the smartest individuals on the planet, who is not in this for his own self-interest. He's really sacrificing his time and his treasure to help save this country because it's in his best interest. No one has more to lose than Elon Musk. And so, and I think that the fact that he is lending his talent and his expertise and all the geniuses that come with him, we should embrace that. And I know that as someone elected official, I welcome, it's like the cavalry coming in, having someone like Elon Musk come in and point out all of the fraud and all the waste that we've been trying to point out for years.
Okay, well, we see the sign in the background.
That's exactly right. And that is what the quote unquote mandate is that liberals speak about so often. The American public voted for Trump to come in. They voted for him to do exactly what he's doing. He is fulfilling his campaign promise. He wanted to drain the swamp. He wanted to reveal all of this unnecessary spending. He wanted to get the economy back to where it's strong and competitive around the world, as well as lower prices and interest rates and things of that nature for American citizens. So to me, why would this not be an incredible thing? Like, why would you be pushing back on this? To me, the only reason you would be pushing back on this, or the Democrats are pushing back on this, because there's a lot of fraud and a lot to be revealed that they just don't want uncovered. Things have been done this way for decades, and they've been able to get away with all of this for decades, and that is why they were so opposed to Trump being in office. Trump is not a career politician. Trump is a businessman. So he's someone from the outside who's coming in, who does not have the same kind of allegiances that they do with all of these big pharma companies and all these billionaire companies. And he genuinely seems to want to get America on the right track. He's done exactly what he said he was going to do with regards to the border. He is now going after all of these government organizations to shrink the government, try to save this country some money so that we can economically get on a good track. And so I am in support of it, but it just seems like, no matter what he does, he and Elon, people are just continuing to just go crazy over it. And, the thing about it is they're like, what is he going to do with this information? I did a video the other day where Maxine Waters is like, what is he going to find on us? And that's truly their concern. If you're not doing anything wrong, then you should not be concerned with what Elon is going to see or uncover as a politician. And with regards to the American public, this man is is considered the richest man in the world. I really don't believe that he's going to decide today to just start using random citizens' social security numbers to commit fraud. It just doesn't seem logical. He's already had federal clearances to be able to do this. Again, a judge today shot the Democrats down with regards to blocking what they're doing. And so it's going to continue. And now you see that they did USAID last week. Today and yesterday, they're going in there with the sledgehammer with regards to Social Security Administration, and tomorrow they're going after the IRS. So they are finding all kind of inconsistencies and all kind of fraud. And so I will say this, even if fraud is not the issue, would you not want these organizations to be run more effectively? Would you not want to save where you can? Would you not want to trim the fat? I don't think anybody should want to just waste money. And the government has been wasting so much money for so long that we've got to do something to get things back in order. So again, for the life of me, I don't understand why so many are opposed to this kind of audit and uncovering of unnecessary spending. And so I'm going to go over here to, let me why am I screen? Go over to X, where Elon pretty much posted. Let me go back. Posted exactly what's happening with regards to these age brackets. So here in the post, he says, according to the Social Security database, these are the numbers of people in each age bucket with the death field set as false. Maybe Twilight is real and there are a lot of vampires collecting Social Security. So, the numbers up here make sense, from 40 to 99, over 6 million people receiving Social Security. But then when you get to like 120, 130, they've even got, there are people on the list that are supposedly 150 years old. Why are these people's names not, scraped from the list? Like, even if they're not receiving actual checks, there should be zeros there, because we know that these people's Social Securities have been wiped off the map. We know that they're deceased. We know that they're not actually receiving Social Security. So why is this even a thing? Why can't we just clean up the books in a much better manner? And so also what I think is hilarious, let me go ahead and switch up this tab. Here it is. Let's switch tabs. Okay, here we are. Okay, yes, I wanted to see Cory Booker, because Elon Musk went in on Cory Booker because, so many people have said these politicians go into office making $225,000 a year, something of that matter, and then when they leave or they've been there for multiple years, they're now worth millions. So Cory Booker, as someone said on X, Cory Booker got a bitch slap reply from Elon, and it's a good one. So it says, Cory Booker wrote the other day, he says, "We're barely 3 weeks in, but Trump is laying the groundwork to allow staggering levels of corruption to occur in the U.S. government. Here are 5 actions he's already taken to open the floodgates of corruption. Just the facts." And so Elon responded and said, "Well, if there's anyone that knows about corruption, it would be you. How much has your wealth increased since you've been in politics? Just round numbers would be fine." And so that, truth be told, it's like, just hit the nail in the coffin. These people have gotten into office and they spend so much, or make so much money. Yeah, they do spend so much money, but they also make so much money, because I personally believe they're all getting kickbacks. And so again, as we continue to see day after day, Trump and Elon Musk uncover all of this wasteful spending, all of these ridiculous research projects and international spending. It's just so much waste. And again, to me as a taxpayer, it's infuriating, because you have citizens here in the States who are homeless. You have citizens here in the States that cannot afford their medical bills, people who are literally homeless due to the fact that, there's been natural disasters, hurricanes, fires, things of that nature. And then you have an organization like FEMA who says they don't have any money left. So you have already seen FEMA wasting $59 million to send to New York for the immigrants to live in luxury hotels. You saw what was going on with USAID and all of those frivolous research studies, and now you're seeing Social Security. You've got all of these people who supposedly are like 150 years old, still on the list to receive benefits. And he's going after the IRS next. I think it was last year, there was an article that I read stating that, there's over like 100,000 IRS employees who haven't filed their taxes in years, which is insane, because if you and I don't file our taxes, that's our ass. However, the people working there can get away with it. So I am curious to see what is happening with regards to this IRS. And like I said, every organization that they have gone in and kicked the doors in, they have found, tons of waste, tons of fraud, and of course you're going to continue to see lots of backlash from the Democrats, because again, they are delusional with regards to what the American public wanted. They wanted this. They wanted change. Okay, they wanted a new government structure. They wanted, to stop the wasteful spending. They wanted to stop sending all this money abroad. They wanted these immigrants out. They wanted closed borders. They wanted all of this. They asked for it. They voted for it. That is what a democracy is. You don't have to like it, but it is what it is. Okay. There are many, many, many people who did not want Biden to win, and yet he did. And they had to suffer through it for 4 years. Okay. So now here we are. And they voted Trump back into office because they wanted real change, and we're actually seeing it. This man has not, is today the 20th? No, still hasn't even been 30 days. The man was inaugurated in January 20th, and today is February 19th, and he is, he's doing the damn thing, and I'm not mad at it because, like I said, this is exactly what voters wanted, and it's rare. It's rare that you have politicians on the campaign trails making all these promises and then 30 days in actually fulfill those promises. So it's incredible. It's incredible. But what say you? What is your opinion of these Social Security or heads of Social Security actually resigning? What do you think they're hiding? What do you think that is all about? And how do you feel about knowing that a lot of your tax-paying dollars are being wasted by the government on frivolous organizations, research studies, and quite possibly Social Security for those who are like 200 years old? So I would love to continue this conversation in the comments. If you have not already, please do subscribe and press that bell button so you can be notified anytime I load new material. And before I go, I also wanted to mention, because this is the Community Ledger and I do often want to speak about things that are impacting our community, and the rapper A$AP Rocky, it was just announced that he was found not guilty on all charges. So congratulations, young brother. He's got 2 small children with Rihanna, and he deserves to be home. He felt like he was innocent from the very beginning. He said no to a plea deal. I was nervous for him. I really was, because that plea deal was only supposed to be like 90 days or 180 days, something very small, but he was very adamant about his innocence. And today, maybe about 30 minutes ago, they just announced that he is not guilty, innocent of all charges. So like I said, again, congratulations, young brother. Go home and be with your children. So again, thank you so much for all of you for being here with me, and thank you for joining me on the Community Ledger. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and watch the next video by clicking right here.